Hey guys, what is up? And I'm back with another video. So knowing me and my videos, I'll probably get like 2 views on this. And that's okay, you know. But I seriously just want to talk about James Charles and everything that's going on. And you're probably like, Denise, like, why are you talking about this? No one cares. Your subscriber count is nowhere near anything that anyone will care about. And the reason why I'm doing this is because your girl needs to pay rent. No, I'm just joking. Well, kind of. So even when Logan Paul had his little scandal and the Ace family had their scandal, I made a video about it. And the reason why I make these videos is because people receive so much hate, and as much as you want to say, you know, they deserve it, no one deserves as much hate as the media allows people to give. Like, social media allows people to give so much hate, and it's not okay, it's not right, it's disgusting. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So I'm not going to talk about exactly what James Charles did. Everyone knows what's going on. It's on the internet. You can figure it out yourself. You can see it yourself. No big deal. I'm going to talk about the fact that he's a 19-year-old boy. He is a hormonal 19-year-old boy whose hormones are everywhere, who doesn't think with their head but thinks with their penis. And I'm not going to say all boys are like that, but most men that I talk to tell me, hey, this is how boys think. So you keep that in mind. When you accumulate a certain amount of fame and you are plastered all over the place and you have A-list celebrity friends, it can sometimes put you off track and make you think that you're better than people. You lose your values, you lose your morals, you lose yourself. You lose yourself. And I know I'm not famous or anything like that, but it's the same when you go to college. You're away from family, you're away from this. It's a new chapter, a new life that you have not been exposed to. You're gonna lose yourself, you're gonna go crazy, you're gonna do different things. I get what he did was wrong. And the reason why I say wrong is because this boy has had so many scandals since he started in the industry. And the ones that's leading up to this event right now, people are mad because he deceived one of his friends, the way he talks to guys, his tour. Like, there's different factors that are making people unsubscribe. And now people are throwing around the word predator. And it's just weird because, well, first off, let me say this. Logan Paul, and I had a huge crush on him at the time, because he was cool. He was the guy. He puts out a suicide video, and his whole method, he had his reasoning for it. We all know it. I'm not going to get into that. He was, I think, 23 or 22 at the time. If he can put out a video of someone being dead on the internet and everyone hating him and bashing him, and he's where he is right now and people still watch him after they said, I'm never going to watch him, this, that, the other. I mean, he's still, I think he has like 16.9, he's almost like 17 million. Or no, he's at 19. Wait, isn't he at 9? Let me check. He has a lot of subscribers. And if anything, they grew from the event after his apology and him trying to prove himself. Oh, this lighting's good. Hello. Yeah, he has 19 million subscribers. So it's just like, if y'all could forgive that and move past that, get over this James Charles problem. It's not that serious in a way, but just because, okay, so he lied. Don't tell me y'all have never lied to your friends, whether it was for a good reason or a bad reason. Don't say you never lied. Then, you know, the whole predator thing, him messaging people. If it was a girl, the girl would just be called a hoe or a slut. And it's just funny how usually the girl gets bashed more than the guy, but in this case, they're like making it more aggressive. They're making it more aggressive. Let me say that. And I guess in my mind, I don't know what it's like to be gay. I don't know what it's like to have to try to find a significant other in a community that is so small but so big at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, it's small, but it's also huge. It's widely accepted by the most, but then at the end of the day, it's so small. I don't know what that feels like. And I mean, I'll never know what that feels like. I can't imagine being in a spotlight so young, trying to find love. And I guess it can be really hard when you're trying to find a significant other. And sometimes, let me just say this. I don't think half those guys were pressured by James. I do think that some of those guys, they knew they were straight. They knew they were straight talking to him, getting into it. Because as soon as you say James Charles, shoot, I act like I was a guy if James Charles messaged me or if I messaged him back. You know, I bet some of those guys knew they were straight. He messaged them and they acted as if they were gay. They probably had a girlfriend and all. Just because they wanted the clout, they wanted the fame, they wanted this, that, the other. And now that this is coming out, they're like, yeah, I was pressured, I was forced, I was this, I was that. And I'm not saying every guy was like that, but you can't tell me that some of the guys weren't thinking that. And James and his friends, you know, even with, I had a video I did with him and Jeff. Like, I think sometimes when you make jokes about certain things, you kind of extend the joke, if that makes sense. Like, the joke keeps going on and on and on to a point where you think it's still funny, but everyone around you is tired of hearing it. Does that make sense? You know, you keep saying the same joke, you're like, it's getting funnier because people are still reacting to it, but they're actually uncomfortable or they're actually tired of it. I think that's the situation when it comes to James and his friends. He kept making the jokes about Grayson, you know, and you know, he came out with having the problem with only liking straight guys and he finds it challenging, this, that, the other. Shane tried to give him advice, you know. I think that he was like, you know what? I had this one or two incidents with straight guys and it's hard, but it also makes a good, I don't want to say content, but it makes a good way for him to be like, why is it so hard for me to be with a straight guy that da-da-da-da, I love the challenge, da-da-da-da. Like, why would he keep putting it off? And I think because his friends kept going along with it, people kept going along with it. Now, I don't think he needs to text people that are younger, but if you're not saying anything wrong or doing anything wrong, I don't think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now let's get to the nitty gritty part. Social media loves to put hate on everyone, every single person. You know, there's daytime, tea time. There's like all these, well, I watched daytime, tea time, but there's like all these different shade rooms and tea spilling rooms and all that. And I just can't imagine being 19, trying to figure out life, whether it's a relationship or not, trying to figure out life, trying to make money. You know, we've had so many scandals already this year, good gracious. And to be so young and have so much hate, I don't know how he's dealing with it. I cannot deal with it. And I can't imagine having anyone having to have to deal with something like that. You know, having to deal with so much hate, people calling him a predator. He's 19 years old. He's a horny 19-year-old. And I don't want to just say just because he's horny and he's 19 he can get away with it. But I am saying you have to take that into consideration. Like, that's something you need to think about. He is young. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. And the way he's getting plastered, I don't know Tati's intent behind starting this whole uproar. I don't know, was it, you know, because she wanted the clout, more clout and more fame? But at the end of the day, you're a person that said that he looked up to you as a mother. You're in your 30s. He's 19. Like, you could have handled this different ways. I don't think putting out a big message just because you were butthurt was the right way to go about this. Like, I don't think that was the right way to go about anything at all. Be mature. Just be mature about the situation. You could have wrote him off discreetly. You know, there's different factors you could have done. And he's been unfollowed by so many people. And he always says the beauty community is small. So I can't imagine having to try to get back into this community after this uproar. And I don't know Tati's intent. I mean, every subscriber he's losing, she's gaining. So I don't know, but I do think as much as he's going to be now titled, like Logan Paul's a controversial YouTuber, he's going to be a predator YouTuber, a sexual harass, you know, all these different titles he's going to have. And all you're going to have is the title of the woman that ended his career. I never want to be that person that's ending someone's career. Or making, especially at such a young age when his career is just starting. He's been dropped by so many people. More if you unfollowed him. Like, two things. You don't mess with people's money and you don't mess with people's career. Their money being their career. Like, you don't mess with that. And the fact that, I don't know if he's going to start from square one or square B, Z, THLC. Like, I don't care. It's going to be hard. And I don't think that it's going to be hard for him to be re-accepted into the community, because at the end of the day, Logan Paul put out a suicide video, and his subscriber count still went up. So at the end of all this, I think that the people that unsubscribed are going to resubscribe and make his stuff go up. And Tati said one thing in her video. She's like, it's not fair for him to downgrade her emotions on how she feels. Well, sweetie, you're doing the same thing to him. You're doing the exact same thing to him by saying, you know, his emotions or the way he talked, his apologies and all this stuff. And people in general are saying his apology wasn't sincere. You don't know how someone apologizes. You don't know what their true intent when they say something is, how it feels deep down inside. What, because he didn't cry that much, or he cried when he said it to his mom? He was probably trying to be brave. Like, you don't try to tell someone how they should feel. I tell my friends that all the time, because I have this one friend that loves to tell me how I should feel, and I'm like, boo, that ain't it. Like, do not try to tell me how I should feel or how I should act or react in a situation. Like, that's not your place, because I'm not going to tell you how you should feel with your emotions. You know, he apologized. Either you take it or you don't. You don't say it's not real. You don't say it's not this. You don't say it's not that. If you believe him, you believe him and you take it. If you don't believe him, then you don't believe him and go with that. But don't try to break down his video into different emotions by, oh, he was winking, oh, he was sniffling or snorting or whatever he was breathing. Like, he looked away at this point. Take it and just move on. Now, people are like, I'm returning my James Charles palette, this, that, the other. Then those are people that genuinely supported him and feel bad. Everyone that did not return a palette, boo, don't say you don't like him anymore. You could say, well, I like his product, but I don't like him. That's just not like a thing. You know, if you genuinely don't like a person and you don't support the stuff that they're going to do or that they're going to put out, then that's what it needs to be. It can't be like, oh, I don't like them, but I'm still going to keep the stuff because it's amazing. No, because you're saying you're not supporting them, but you are. So people just need to back off. Let him be. Let him live. Let him take this time. If I was him, he has enough money. I mean, I don't know after this whole thing, but he has enough money. Take that time off to yourself and reflect. Logan did it. Take your time off. I think the family did it too. Take time to reflect. Just reflect. Be with your family. Humble beginnings. Go back to humble beginnings where it all started. Go back to humble beginnings. I can't tell you how much that has helped me in different ways when I get like a big head in certain situations, go back to humble beginnings, because the people that love you will always put you down on your face, like face for it. They will let you know straight out what it is, what's good, and all that. They are not going to BS anything. And if they do, then you need to go ahead and cut those people out your life. And if people really felt uncomfortable with it, they should not have waited for Tati to come out. They should have said it before. If you feel weird in a situation, or if you know something's wrong, then you need to say something. Don't wait till someone else says it. This goes for bullying and everything else. So it's funny how everyone else now wants to come out. If you really had a situation with it and you really felt as uncomfortable as you're saying now, immediately you wanted that clout, you wanted that fame. I don't know why you kept it down, probably for his privacy, and you didn't want to embarrass him. But if you really had a problem with it, I would have said it months ago, weeks ago, years ago. Do you get what I'm saying? I just think, honestly, people need to look past this. There's more important things going on in the world. Love needs to be spread more than anything else. Anything else. And I understand that James could have made, he's done, because of the situation is gonna have a lot of repercussions, he's probably made it harder for more gay people in the beauty community, especially young influencers. He had power. He had a lot of power, and that was the problem. He had a lot of power at a young age. He didn't have the right people around him. He wanted to be higher than what he should have been, talking to A-list celebrities, doing this, doing that, being brought under people's wings. He should have, I would have just glided my way into it, because he was growing fast. After the cover girl, he was growing fast. I would have just taken it down and just reflect, really take time to reflect as you go day to day to day. I just think people need to stop giving him so much hate. Let it be, because if he decided to kill himself or do something harmful or anything like that, as much as everyone hates people or hates him, I know y'all have to have a heart to be like, dang, I contribute to that, because I hated, I said this, I said that. I hope he has a good group around him, a good support system right now, because you're gonna need it. And like I said, just go back to humble beginnings. And y'all, he's young, he makes mistakes, and y'all, he hurts a lot of people. He hurted me in a sense, you know. I watched his videos, I loved his videos, and I think just the fact that I know someone that's in jail right now for messing with a minor, I think that just that aspect of things, take it day by day and find a straight guy. Wait, did I say that right? Find a straight guy. Find a guy that's not straight. Let me say that. Sorry. Find a guy that's not straight. That's strong, muscular, whatever you want in him. Just make sure he's gay back. Love yourself. Y'all just need to be a lot more gentle. Like, it's as disgusting as y'all are saying he is, y'all are being just as disgusting. You know, doing stuff for clout, doing stuff for fame, by putting out all these drama alerts and, you know, disgusting what do you call it, videos of name calling. Just be positive about the situation. And you may not like what people do. It's like with your kid, you may not like what your kid does, but at the end of the day, you gotta just move on from it, you know. I'm not gonna say you have to love them, because, you know, but it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass, and I hope Tati is happy with the subscribers she has gained. And James, I'm sorry for the ones that you lost, but you dug your own grave. It's time that you sit in it for a minute and be like Jason Blossom and arise again. So yeah, that is it. I just want y'all to think about that, because me, myself, and I hate when people are so nasty, people on social media, because social media has so much power, and it can really destroy someone up. And I personally couldn't deal with it, so I'm so glad I'm not famous. I could not deal with it. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to think about that. Honestly, think about it, and I'll see y'all in my next video. I just really want y'all to think about that. Alright, bye guys.
You feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through.